Welcome to Nikos. It is, as becoming well known, it is Dragon Day. The
Yay!
story is Fellstone Chronicles, and today's episode, Bedemere's Aftermath. Before we get to the story so far, let's go with character, name, description, and uh, what you hope the battle with Raven. What was that his name? Yeah,
Benna.
Raven.
Ravenna.
Ravenna. What do you think the outcome of the battle with Ravenna will be? Let's go Scott, Travis, then Gene.
I am Scott. I play Xavier, the highly inquisitive Pongadro. And as far as the outcome of the battle, I think that, I mean, I think there are going to be repercussions. I suspect that Ravenna was maybe working for someone else, and they're going to become aware of what we did and possibly come after us, but we can handle it.
That's the spirit. I'm Valer, the dragon sentinel guy. And I don't think consequences is the right word for it. I think we're gonna have lots more fun, and we've rid the world of a disgusting usurper of the draconic form. This horrible Underin with the delusions of grandeur. How dare she try to use dragon forms and be evil? Whoever this Tiamat bitch is, she can go choke on a tart.
Oh, don't condemn a poor tart to being swallowed whole. That's awful.
You want to bite it a little bit by bit, right?
Well, that'd be awful hard on the girl.
Go boil all 7 of your heads.
Okay. I'm Mooncat Shadow Stalker, uh, a Dayan elf that is no longer in her own time. Um, I've been traveling with this group for a bit, and what do I think? I think Ravina was the one that held the storm in place because as soon as she died, it dissipated. And she's probably holding it there with by whatever forces those powerful characters can, ex- exert against reality. I'm not exactly sure what it will do. We recently have seen the results of, I think, either a storm collapsing or something where there was a distinct change in the world, but um,
Yeah, that never
I,
happens on Nikos. There's no distinct
oh
Nope,
god,
instantaneous
nope,
changes
never.
anywhere.
Not I one.
Never, ever, ever.
so it remains to be seen. As for consequences, I don't know if I'd use that word either. Whatever's real now, we'll have to deal with. And if Tiamat is, well, certainly if Tiamat was behind this creature, um, who falsely used the draconic form, she nods to you, then I'm glad she's dead, Ravina. It's too bad we can't make Tiamat the same way.
Alrighty, so we are in what appears to be the um, ruins of Ravenna Keep. You're standing in the open field of the Colosseum portion. Above you and to the north slightly, you can see the remaining portion
How?
of the tower of the keep. Its four-walled structure is still there, but the upper third has collapsed inward on itself, such that the outer wall um, is crumbled. It looks like it took several impacts from catapults or trebuchet or other siege engines because the stone is broken into pieces and the collapse fell both inward and outward from its original structure. Either that, or it was hit by some tremendous force from above, by any other means.
Well, I think for it.
The terrain is considerably drier than you remember. There is no rain, especially no black rain falling, and the darkening afternoon sky above you does have its standard mauve and purplish tones.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Nimbus being preeminent in the sky. There's
Okay.
just the start of the hint of a corona of Helios on its shoulder, suggesting we are coming to the end of the month.
Huh.
Hmm.
Lovely.
Uh, uh, when we went in here, what time of the month was it?
Oh, you're not even you guys have not been tracking dates and times for a long time. So as far as when it was that you were last measuring, there's tomato.
When is all a perspective?
Oh wait,
It's one day
there you go.
later than yesterday.
And go ahead and introduce yourself, tomato.
Hello, welcome to Tomato Jack's Adventures. I am a well sorcerer, and my dog, a battle hound.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. That was good. That was good. So, the afternoon isn't what you'd call sweltering, but the air is calm, and the light of Nimbus is putting some warmth into the armor that you're wearing. Um, so the trickle of perspiration that's running down your collective backs, so to speak, does make it a bit uncomfortable. The nearest shade would be in the shade of the tower. Um, the roadway, of course, beyond uh, the Coliseum, you can't specifically see from here, but you do remember or do recall that there was not much in the form of tree cover on the roadway itself. So you may want to consider avoiding the sunlight or just deal with it, suck it up, Buttercup, and start moving. So what's your choice?
Blair.
I think we go up to the tower.
Blair, if you were in this situation, where would you hide your stash of goods?
So he turns to the dragon and the party says, "So where do dragons keep their stuff, dragon?"
I thought they keep them on the bodies.
Well, firstly, yes, we got to go check the corpse because oftentimes dragons have multiple scales where they can hide things. Keep them on their person.
Close to hand, so to speak.
Yeah,
Close to
didn't her
breast.
daughter. I'm sorry.
Also, we definitely want to check down in the basement. Whatever she could get to. I don't know how big she was or if she had transforming capabilities, but the tower is probably someplace we gotta check.
Don't most dragons usually have some sort of shape change ability?
No,
No.
you wouldn't
Not
know.
all
So
of them.
So I'm gonna start doing investigation on her corpse just to see if she
okay.
had
Well, if you remember, I said that the corpse was desiccating too as the time raced by. It's still there. The skeletal remains are still there. But you can see that people over time have somewhat marred her condition, pulling out teeth, breaking part of the jaw to get to them, that kind of thing. Uh,
Oh, my goodness! They couldn't wait for us.
well, it appears that you weren't here until now.
True. True.
So, the talker scales, there might be a few small ones, and like anything else, there's probably one or two teeth still in the jaw that were particularly gnarled or twisted or whatever, and not as palatable. But it does look like somebody has picked over this ruin at some point in the past as well.
Oh, that's not good for the home team.
Yeah.
Not
In
good at all.
meta, this art place has already been looted.
No, her form and oh yeah, well Yes, because time has passed.
No, but
Literally,
you specifically said that this was a rush forward of time, and that we'd still get to do all the looting and everything.
you will. I'm not taking away your looting. They've just found her body and would have decimated it. There's still the keep itself.
Okay.
Like you said, yes, it's a rush forward of time, but it has shown that Ravenna's keep has stood internally has stood the test of time, whereas because you killed her, she didn't. It also
Okay.
suggests that it might be from the now that she came and went backwards to go after his loot, if you think about it, because the whole point of there being a storm is that she had to have affected time.
Hmm.
So there is nothing but a few scales remaining.
Or there's bones. You could, if you were an industrious alchemist, you could grind her down, so to speak.
I want to make some chopsticks.
Why?
Stir fry and
Okay, so on to the tower then.
Right. So you can.
it was the first thing that popped in my head.
No.
Yeah, well, maybe next time hold it for the second thing. Maybe it might be less offensive.
Who? She's dead.
Yeah, but you're talking to a dragon about using dragon bone for chopsticks.
Yes, kind of
It's
like
the most important meal of the day.
how
Food.
shall we say culturally inappropriate?
Yeah. Cultural differences. Cultural differences. Cultural differences. No. Okay. So when you approach the keep, what you find kind of astonishing is that there is a positively ancient old man sitting on a bench out in front of the keep. There's a wooden hovel, almost a lean-to, that's been built hard against the side of the keep, and his bench is sitting just outside of that. He has a cook pot going, and you can smell some form of stew boiling away merrily as he's drawing a stone against his sword, but his body doesn't look like he could even lift the damn thing anymore. He looks like he might be 90 or older. His helmet is sitting beside him, and the scraggly beard that he has gone as white as snow.
Okay.
Okay.
There is a stockade nearby. Looks like it might have held a few head of cattle or whatever, and it is empty. But it is the other physical thing that is nearby to where he is. It looks like he basically set up camp out here and has been here ever
For
since.
the
While.
centuries.
Yeah.
Hello.
Maybe he came to say hi to us. The women.
He looks up towards you and at your appearance, he fairly stumbles over himself to stand up, dumping his helmet and behind it his armor onto the ground. He's wearing just a simple gray shift of a shirt, a black leather belt with a very extremely shiny gold buckle. Looks like he spent a lot of time keeping it polished despite everything else. His boots stand beside him, but he's barefoot, his feet covered with the local dust and grime. It looks like he's been here for a really long time. And as you approach, he does his best to do a knightly bow, pointing one toe and leaning forward, and he fairly falls on his face in the process. He stumbles.
Blair will
Are you
stumble
okay?
forward and catch his shoulder.
Mooncat
He looks
kind
up.
of moves.
He looks up. He looks up at you all and says, "I knew you'd come. I knew it. I knew it. I just had to wait. I just had to wait."
Hey,
For you.
sorry it took us so long.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Just to ensure that we do know each other, I am Sir Bedemere of the land. And he again tries to pull himself away from you enough to bow, but of course he's not balanced.
Bedemere. And it goes,
Valer holds onto his shoulders and helps him finish the bow, and then lifts him back up.
His face is flushed from the blood that's run to it because he hasn't done that in a really long time. Uh, thank you, my friend. Pats you on the shoulder, walks back to his bench. If you don't mind, I think I'll have a sit. Uh, so
You do that.
so come friends. I have prepared a meal. It's not much, but it's a very good pot. It's a very good pot indeed.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Yes.
He says bowls are there on the floor on the ground, and of course the bowls are surprisingly clean and stacked, like he's been waiting for this. But the upper bowl has a bit of dust on it because he's been sitting waiting for a while.
Okay.
it's okay. So, Right.
So tell me of all of the adventures you've been on since I last saw you. You look as young as yesterday. It's I don't you haven't changed at all.
Well, it was yesterday.
He chuckles, cackles almost falls over. Of course, it isn't yesterday. It's been more than 100 years since I've seen any of you.
What?
That was yesterday.
It's a time storm. Don't worry about it. It's a specialness.
A what?
A storm in time. It happens to us.
He looks kind
A
of.
little bit more frequently than I would like, personally, but beggars
Ah.
can't be choosers.
Chrononauts.
I'm not sure we're begging for the storms, though. I'm pretty sure we're not.
Chrononauts, I see. Well, travelers in time, warriors supreme, and protectors of the faith, you are all worthy and welcome here.
well, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
You do see that there is also along the wall. You really wouldn't have noticed at first because it would have looked like maybe a group of boulders, but you realize that there are helmets all along the outer wall of the keep.
Okay.
Placed so that their chins are on the ground and they're therefore all the helmets are facing out, side by each, and some of them are reminiscent of Viking helms, and others are the full-on Spartan helms and such. It looks like he's been defending this place for quite a while.
Wait, have you been protecting this place for us?
I've been doing it for my own causes, but I have indeed been waiting for you friends. After all, a workman's wage is it should not be withheld. The oxen should eat of the grain.
Well said,
Oh, I can't argue with that.
Sir Paladin.
What was that, Mooncat? Is that your name?
You-
Did I get that right?
Aren't you a paladin?
I am and have been indeed a servant of the sword for more than 174 years.
What, are we talking to the guy with the horse?
You're speaking to. Yes, young tomato. He pats you on the shoulder. You are indeed speaking to the paladin with the horse. Bless his soul. And
has he gone?
I still suffer his loss. Yes,
I'm sorry.
yes. Perigor did die, but died as appropriate as a steed of the realm, facing against innumerable foes of the past. Yes.
Thank goodness for that.
Yes. It's sad that he died, but it is good that he.
To go in glory is.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about Patsy?
Yes.
Patsy has also unfortunately shrugged off this mortal coil. It was more than 100 years ago. There was a bit of a, shall we say, a resurgence in the evils of Ravenna, and he took it upon himself to avenge the loss of Perigor by defeating the dragonling in its lair.
Ah, nice.
That's good. That's
Uh,
good.
What dragon did he slay?
The daughter of Ravenna.
Ooh, well,
So,
well done.
okay.
Yep,
So,
and we
anyways,
little people are fucking strong. We're strong people. You don't mess with a halfling. Sorry.
That's the spirit. Tomato, by the way, would you entertain the thought of being a squire to an old knight
For a day, yes. For one day.
for one day? Again, he pats you on the shoulder. Ever the impetuous one.
Blair
nonetheless,
takes up a bowl.
good.
Yes.
You'll notice
Okay.
that after you scoop out a good, healthy serving into the bowl, there's still plenty.
Oh, I know this. Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah. So you will not run yourselves out of soup, even if you have third and fourth helpings.
Well,
Excellent.
actually, I
Excellent.
could use at least two good helpings.
Is this the pot of never-ending stew that's now in the labyrinth in meta?
No. Valer goes for 9.
Nice,
Do we
nice.
get some health points?
I'll probably go for 3.
Oh, it's good stuff. It's amazingly good. There are hints and nuances of spices not known in this realm at all. So, uh,
Hmm.
Hmm.
So you have paprika in here. Interesting.
What is this taste of
yes, this is.
almost sweet pepper?
Let us just simply say that while I have not traveled much, my cause has been uh, enhanced by the coming of the Brotherhood.
Brotherhood of
That's the
what?
Brotherhood?
The Brotherhood of the Rainbow.
Ah.
Oh, oh, oh. Well, yes.
Good.
Awesome.
I know nothing about Primus raising.
No,
so
you
I
don't.
can-
Nobody isn't. Yeah, you guys haven't really dealt with it much. You remember the broadcast, but he's not even talking about that. He's talking about this Brotherhood of which you haven't had any talk. He
Yeah,
says.
yeah.
He says for the ever since my successes of the past and the attainment of Perigor's back again, I have done what I can to cleanse this area and and return uh, the last of Lundoria to its greatness.
Well, then you go.
Lindoria.
Yes, yes, that is the realm to which I was uh, a vassal in the past.
History check on Lindoria.
Yep.
That would be probably not 10.
No, it's actually Landoria's positioning in the histories of Nikos is actually quite ubiquitous. From the first iteration to the fifth iteration, people knew of Lund, but nobody ever visited there. It literally was the campaign where they'd go, "Oh, there's just some king, and he's a beneficent king, and nothing bad ever happens there. Let's not go there. It's the Camelot on the hill. It's the silly place. No one ever went there.
Oh,
The king's name was Lund. His son was Lund the Fourth. His father had been Lund the Second, and nobody ever went there.
I hear that they produce really good truffles.
Indeed, indeed.
huh?
That's part of what's in the
Lindoria's
stew.
truffles.
Yes. Oh, that's true. And we also invented a dance. And he stands up, puts his hands on his hips, and does this simulation of an Irish jig with no music. And he goes, "We call that the Lindorian Truffle Shuffle."
Yeah.
Truffle
Awesome.
is right. So I still believe that there are 2 curses in this valley.
uh, yes, unfortunately, one of them I couldn't even possibly have engaged with, as it is of, shall we say, a more arcane nature. And then the final one seems to possibly be of divine origin, and I couldn't bring myself to stop a curse that seemed to be a blessing.
Hmm. I
Well,
don't know if I will be either, but we'll have to check it out.
Nonetheless, I have done and endeavored my final task, and you have allowed me, bless your eyes, to have completed it. Uh, Behold the keep of Ravenna, held in sway for you these many years, for you to receive the blessings and awards that you so richly deserve.
and you, sir, as you as well.
I received my reward in the form of Paragor. That was all I asked, and that is what you provided. You have more than successfully accomplished what was necessary for me.
Awesome.
Well, we appreciate it. We do.
Although he says, in all candor, if you did find a way to increase or improve my health in my advancing years, that would be appreciated. Or if you found some way to extend my life, I would not defer from accepting such a gift.
All right.
Hmm.
Sounds good to me.
Anyway, that's a task for tomorrow. Let us spend this time revealing stories of our past and getting to know one another once again. It's been so long.
Yes,
Quite a while.
So
That's two.
Yeah.
let us let us use this night to remember those that are with us and those that are gone.
so
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about the place we came from. How about that? That one was exciting. Uh, of a yeah.
yeah. So
That's,
anyway, you guys get a night of relaxation and recuperation because the fight was literally, as you said, just yesterday. So
mm,
Lovely.
all wounds are healed. Everybody's feeling healthful. You will get advantage on any check made between now and your next meal because of the benefit of the soup. So
Oh, cool.
Okay.
cool.
it puts a little bit of a perk in your step, and it basically improves your attitude too because the flavorings have thing little tendrils of taste that remind you of good points in your past,
Cool.
which makes the storytelling even more illuminating as you chat back and forth. In the short
Ah,
version, you find that he's been here 197 years off and on, that he's gone on a couple of individual quests to meet objectives of the Order of the Rainbow, and that they stood in his stead, protecting this place, not even knowing why they were doing so, but simply because on his request they did so. They're somewhat of a almost altruistic order, who's who have no ulterior objective other than returning the local area to its former glory. So,
Good goal.
uh, some excavation was done in areas where it was possible to find the relics of Lundor,
Mm, okay.
and the search for a rightful heir to the Lund line took the better part of 100 years, and only recently has a distant cousin been identified based on the records that have opened up since the library has returned.
oh. Well,
Well, that's
congratulations.
in
Accomplished.
meta. In meta, real quick.
Yeah.
Two things.
Mm-hmm.
One, that's gonna really suck for the Tarmakians.
You remember.
Uh, two, um, was he part of some sort of order before being in the Rainbow?
When you met him, he was below 5th level, so he hadn't attained an order yet because he had to have his warhorse to be eligible.
Right, but he was like part of some order of Peregrine something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
he claimed to be.
Yes.
But they died out.
Yeah, they ceased to exist after the storm.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, he does. He does remember a brief period where there were no birds in the sky, so that'll help you to see that because the peregrine order had to do with falconry.
So, what about all the Tarmakians that have set up camp here?
Uh, we haven't really. Well, that's a really good question. We haven't headed down into the valley, perhaps, perhaps because we've become acclimated to living here in the mountains. Add to that the fact that we found fairly rich veins of ore, so that we didn't really have to pursue the old ways of farming and agriculture.
Hmm.
Because actually, that would really suck also for a certain other group that has a hex down there. So,
Yeah.
but it does perhaps explain some of the forays of other groups wanting to collect taxes. All whether it be accident or design, we'll have to yet to see.
Right.
Well, perhaps if these Chamakians that spread out in the fields below, which
Well,
seems to make a lot of sense for their race.
would you mind if I shared the map real quick?
Feel free.
You gotta do the
Oh,
thingy
I gotta
again.
do the thing.
The thing! The thing! He must do the thing! I think this is actually the
It's
hex
done. It's
that's
done.
right across the valley from our hex on Sunday.
It's actually adjacent to the Sunfire Estates.
So this is our hex right here. I think we're somewhere over here.
I thought we were in this little cutoff to the north, that area that's surrounded. Oh, we were surrounded on three sides.
Just a second. How do I zoom in with this?
What's that?
Never mind. I tried to do a thing and it was a bad idea.
Ah.
I think our place was just. If you look at the long green area, there's two hexes. Then there's a single hex under the left-hand one. Our hex is the third one down to the right.
Do you see my mouse?
That's it. That's ours.
Yeah, my mouse is on ours right here.
Now he's saying that the
I
one
think
there.
we were up here-ish. But that's
Okay.
what I need clarification on.
Okay, I'm not seeing your mouse, so
You're not seeing my mouse?
nope.
Oh.
That's weird. Okay, there now. Now I can. Little tiny. Okay, got it.
Okay.
That's our square.
This is our square on Sunday.
Yes.
And I think we were over here somewhere.
Yes. But the Lundor claim includes the one just to the right of that. I'm sorry, yeah, just the right of that. Yeah.
These two.
Yes. And up, and the next curse is up to that final. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the last two were like
This,
here.
yeah, the mountain to the northeast of Lundoria's capital, and the one that's 2 hexes away across the valley.
So these two?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the one that we just dealt with then.
Yes. Yes.
So these two are what we have left.
Yes.
Cool.
So are they equal distance away, or is one like particularly closer than the other?
One's closer.
One slightly closer. But it also will give you a chance to visit the Londorian capital if you want it on the way, because it's right in that valley.
Sure.
But that's of course after you do your acquisition episode today. So
Basking.
what was that?
Basking.
Basking. Let's see. Anything else? He does explain that he did actually, for a while, have a lady, and he has two children who are in the court of Lindor. Uh,
Oh, good for you. And Valer pats him on the back.
and he says, I'm somewhat estranged from my daughter, but my son and I are still quite close. Still quite close. Uh,
That's good.
I
the
am sorry to hear that your daughter.
Oh, she married someone to which I would not approve. A unlanded rook from far away won her heart by acts of valor and, to me, somewhat of villainy, uh, as he defeated a foe in ways that were less than honorable, in my opinion. But
Hmm.
that difference of opinion is what keeps us apart, and perhaps one day I will be able to restore her faith in me and accept the situation as it is. But nonetheless, she has traveled far to a place called Chantra, and I haven't seen her in what, 35 years.
Hmm. Well, you should venture to do that.
If I made it out of this valley, that would be something. That's the reality of it. The good news is we have prevented anyone from interfering with this place in your honor, and for the grace of it, uh, this keep is currently being called, for lack of a better term, because I couldn't remember everybody. I called it Valmoon's Tomato Patch. The library came and took away the books from the upper rooms for their safekeeping, and so there is a Xavier wing of the library uh, in Londor itself.
I will
Oh,
have to check it out.
Yeah, check out this tomato patch.
I think that's the picket one over there.
And uh,
Well, that's grand of you.
I
Right
thank
grand.
thank you. It's been an endeavor, but it's made for a full life indeed.
Well, yeah.
and a life well lived.
Righto. Well,
All
it's nae over yet. How about we look at some treasure, hey? I bet you've been wondering what's in there.
right. There's always prurient interest. Always prurient interest. I hope you'll share with me what you discover after your adventure tomorrow.
Always.
Oh, we shall return for some of that wonderful pot of food.
Yeah, tomorrow will probably be the pork.
The pork.
Yes, I have some uh, shanks left of old Lucky. I tell you about Lucky.
No?
Becky?
No.
Yes, I had a smart pig when I was a young man, well, younger man, maybe a couple of years ago. He says I had a pig of extraordinary wisdom. He uh, he saved our family from a fire. Uh, we were inside, and a fire was struck by lightning, and Lucky came in and awakened us, and so we were saved. And unfortunately, he was burned a bit, had scarring on his back, and uh, a little bit later, unfortunately, he lost a leg. And nonetheless, Lucky also saved us from brigands by awakening us during one of the raids. And unfortunately, he lost a second leg, and we had to apportion a peg onto it for him. Finally, about 4 months ago, I was asleep when a horrible hag attempted to seduce me, and again Lucky came to my rescue and preserved me so that I could defend myself against her. And unfortunately, he lost a third leg, and it was awful. I had to create a little cart for him. It was really quite pathetic, but nonetheless, he survived until about a month ago, and I've been surviving on the rest since then. an animal like that, you don't eat him all at once.
Aye, best to keep him in the family, you know?
So, anyway, until tomorrow, then I shall retire, and feel free to set up a camp tent, whatever. I don't really have much room in the shanty for you, but nonetheless,
I think I've got a palisade around here somewhere.
no doubt, no doubt.
I mean, look. Palisade, palisade. Digs through bags of holding. And pulls out the tent. Sets it up.
All right.
Hey, it's smaller than I remember.
That's because you got a little bit longer than you remember.
I'm gonna need a bigger tent.
Indeed.
I'm back.
Yep.
I had to
That's
do
okay.
a run.
Did your thing. That's fine.
Yep.
So, a little bit before dawn, you guys can hear the sounds of activity outside.
Oh,
And when you get out there, Paragor has on. I'm sorry, Paragor. Bedemere has on his entire suit of armor.
well, you've been busy. I could have certainly helped you.
You can see that it doesn't quite fit him anymore. It's much too large for him. His body has become much more frail than when he used to wear it, and
Yeah.
he's literally chasing. You know how you get that one strap underneath the elbow you can't quite get. He's chasing the elbow strap when you guys come out.
I'll go over and help him. Let me help you, sir.
Why, thank you, thank you. I just figured you deserved an honor guard for the efforts you've provided in the past, and the saving of my nation, and the return of my honor, and the glory of my life.
Well said.
Looking good there. Looking good.
Yes.
You're ready to deal with another dragon, eh?
Well, as you say that, he does lift his sword, and for half a second, he is the person he was before. The glow of its light darkens his beard. He seems to have regained some of his youth, but just for a second.
Yeah.
Trick of the light, perhaps.
Not a one. Righto, so where's the place? Where do we go?
Do we know
He
Kahan
He walks over to where the entrance is, and you see that he's before he apparently had piled stuff in front of the door to make it difficult for somebody to break in. So he's having a little bit of a difficulty as pulling away the barricades. So
I'm helping him.
yeah,
Yes.
as soon as you show that, there's a grimness of his determination that is somewhat lessened by your assistance, and he says, I remember. It is so good to have friends. So good to have friends. After a
Yes,
bit,
it
he
is.
kind of lets you finish because he's exhausted. He stands.
Well, I mean,
He's-
he's.
Well, I
I
did
do-
say I would be a squire for a day, so.
he stands leaning against the sword, perhaps a little bit overmuch. That you can tell that he's not really holding himself up, but the sword is acting as his third
Prop.
appendage. Once it's all done, he rolls his shoulders back and again lifts the blade in front of his face and salutes you. Power to you all, my friends. Power to you all.
And to
Same
you,
to you.
Sir Bedemere.
Aye. Well, shall we go? One more adventure?
One of many.
Oh, he looks at you and says, "Oh no, I'm not going. This is all you, my friends. I saved this for you."
Okay. Well, thank you.
Very
Stay
well.
safe. We'll be back.
Hey, while we're gone, could you hold on to something for me?
Certainly.
I want it back, mind.
Of course.
While we're gone, Valaire's gonna let him hold on to his ring of regeneration.
Oh, wow. There's a sober determination in his nod when he receives the device. He doesn't even really know what it does, but he's very gracious in his acceptance. I will protect it as I have this place with my very life.
I trust you implicitly. enjoy it. And Valere winks and then walks through the doorway.
Follow.
Yeah, you do find it's surprising that your shoulders actually brush against both arches when you realize that your girth has improved as much as your
Oh,
elevation as well.
I have to duck more than I used to.
You might have to start walking through doors sideways.
No, he can't go through doors sideways because he's longer now than he is tall. Remember?
Well,
Hey, he just goes forward.
I'll figure it out.
Try to
Dragon
keep
Break
it
every
on.
doorway in the kingdom if I have to. It should make it
Why?
bigger.
Didn't a dragon live here? Shouldn't there be enough room for him to get through?
Oh, this
He wasn't a dragon.
He's gonna keep reminding you.
She was a witch
Look like a dragon?
Yep.
with a bee.
She became a dragon by her own volition. She used magics to become a dragon. She was not one.
Yeah, but she still lived here
In
in
the
her
dragon
giant form.
Well,
form.
yes. Yes. But this is not how she apparently entered. This is the main entrance.
Ah, okay.
She was just got smaller.
Barba, what's that?
What?
Barba?
Barba.
No, the
You talking
name
to
of
us?
the land.
Oh,
To the
Barbos.
west.
Yeah, that's the
Barbos.
yeah,
Oh, I
Barbos.
see.
No, Barbos.
Yeah. The capital city there is Penza. So that we can have the pirates of Penzance.
We should visit one of these days.
Indeed.
I think that actually that should be a job for Sunday.
Yes, it totally was a Sunday thing. They had relationships with the 7 princes of the pirates, remember?
Yeah, but you see, Alabaster has a penchant for Penzance.
He does. He learned everything he knows about stealth from them.
He did.
With cat like tread.
Exactly. Alrighty. So the reason why it's so narrow to get into is literally all the stuff that is piled in front of the door. So it would have opened wider, but you guys were, of course, wanting to get on with it. So once you get into the internal courtyard, you can see that this was fundamentally a murder hole. There are places around the outside of it where there are arrow slots aiming into this area. There is again a yard arm with a large cauldron sitting beside it up on the upper deck that you can see from here. The internal structure of the keep does have a portcullis, but the portcullis is down and broken, and you see that people have crawled in literally over the top of the metal grating. That the mechanism broke, and between rust and somebody hammering for a really long time, they were able to basically find a way through up above in the internal portcullis of the keep.
Okay.
She got her eyes open and alert and ready. So long as we're in the keep and there's no long distances, she has a sword in hand.
Okay.
Since Valera's not gonna make it through any sort of hole in a portcullis, he's gonna airwalk up to the top of the gatehouse.
Okay.
Is there any way over?
Well, you see that the upper level of the portcullis does have a what must have been a trapdoor. You can see the hinge mechanism. The wood is long since decayed. Even the metal brackets suggest that it was securable, so that you could make it so that you could defend the top of the tower from assault. Strewn hither and yon are the bones of the dead. None of them are complete, and none of them have any skulls in particular. But you see that there are quite a few bones left from those that might have been protecting the keep at some point in the past.
Look at the bones.
I gave you that opportunity.
Where are their heads?
I'd never miss an opportunity.
No, of course not.
I'm wondering if somebody has been raising the dead.
Why would you think that?
Where are their heads?
Well, clearly they lost them.
That or time has rotted them away.
They'd be one of the last bones to go, though, so somebody
Yeah.
carried them off.
It's more than likely Bedemere, you know, laying them to rest in their own way or something. I wouldn't worry about it, but that's me.
Okay.
You
I
said
won't.
he airwalked
I
up.
won't
Does he have
borrow
4
trouble.
airwalks, or does he have only 2 airwalks on?
I have an
Only one.
airwalk, and
He,
Xavier has an airwalk.
I know, but I'm
Yeah.
asking, do you have 4
he wondered if he
on,
had four or only
or
two.
4 feet,
He only has
or
two.
2?
He
So
only
he's
has
like
two.
has half his body's like only like leaning downwards as he's airwalking up.
No, he
Okay,
learned how
got
to
it.
balance. He learned how to wear them. That was actually a skill you had to learn when you
No,
got them.
he's thinking that I'm a full four-legged dragon, and I'm not doing that.
No, he's a
Oh,
bipedal
okay.
erect.
Yeah,
Think of like a T-Rex with buff shoulders.
and not little arms.
Right.
Yeah. No.
I'm not bent over either. Just
Yeah.
very tall.
His spine is mostly erect.
It's 100% erect. Gosh dang it!
He needs to take a pill for that.
Okay.
Stop telling me how my body is. Let's go.
I'll be the one to do that, and it hasn't happened yet. So
All right.
anyway, so you could make it down through the opening in the top if you want to.
Hey, Blair will kick what's left of the trapdoor in, and then jump down.
Okay. Inside is a stone staircase, basically wide enough for two troops to come up at a time. So it's a fairly sizable entry. Um, what's odd is that in the stairs there are two runnels, roughly a foot and a half from the outer wall, and running right through the steps to create like a direct ramp like area. So the steps are manageable if you're running up and down them or whatever, but those runnels are so that you could drag something up and down. And when you come down into the room below, you see a device that is it somewhat defies description. It's a round platform on a wheeled base. The wheels are metal and are tall, oddly tall. They're almost 2 feet tall, meaning that they would roll right over those steps without clicking on, catching the uh, axle or anything on the steps themselves.
Mhm.
There's a metal ring on the front of them that's used to affect dragging it up onto the upper level, and so it's literally a wheeled device that is rolled up onto the top of the building. Uh, the structure of it is cracked and corroded, but has an amber-like sheen to the entirety of its surface. It's somewhat hemispherical, arguably like an elongated. So it's a spherical. It has some hemispherical surface atop a cylindrical base. But out of one side is a protrusion of pure clear crystal that runs about a foot and a half and has small notches looking like other devices might be added to the front of the crystal. Little hooks with a little clip on the bottom.
It hooks with clips on the bottom. Like it holds something up.
Yeah, it's like you could attach something to the front of the crystal.
It's for you holding your clothes.
This device is in a channel that runs from the top of the hemisphere down to within a couple of inches of its terminus, suggesting that the crystal cannot be aimed any lower than perpendicular to the horizon.
Interesting. And what's on the path behind, like along the crystal? Like, is there like a map or something on the ground?
No.
Could we get up
Hmm.
on top, or
I'm fairly certain that this is some sort of
Yes, Gene, we've done this before. Valere and Xavier can carry the rest up onto the roof.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had to mute myself for a bit.
No worries, no worries. Thank you for doing
Yeah, I have
so.
to do the same. Give me a second.
I think that this is some type of magical defense position. Like they could move it out, and this crystal thing might be some sort of magical
Could
focus.
it be a windlass to help bring up the forklift?
No, it's portable. This thing is on wheels.
Oh, it's for. Oh, it's
No,
on.
no. Is there a door anywhere?
Yes,
that we could get in?
there is a pair of double doors, and they're tall enough for this device to have passed through. So again, you won't have any difficulty passing through it yourself.
Well,
When
I mean into this device.
Oh, no. There are panels. There are places where there is a boundary, roughly 2 feet square, um, on the obverse from the crystal.
can I do an investigation check on the device itself?
Sure.
That would be a 13.
Okay. By manipulating that panel, you're able to get it open, Xavier, so that you can basically look into its interior. And again, you find a place with the same odd clip construction on the outside, but at both ends of a small, 10-inch chamber inside. Looks like something could be clipped inside of it.
So maybe this is just like the base of something larger.
No,
Does
it's got, like I said, the surface of the top is a hemisphere, so it's not like it could support anything else. There's no smooth surface to attach anything on the top of it, other than at the end of the crystal rod.
So, are all the little clips also made of crystal, or?
No, they're made of metal, kind of silver gray metal.
Hmm.
You can make an Arcana check. You and
Yeah.
you and Tomato both.
That would also be a 13.
Yeah, the metal is magical. Detects as having enchantment on it.
Okay, so you may have been right about the magical defense theory, Valera. This does have enchantment magic placed upon it, at least the middle.
Right, strange.
Anyway,
That
Anyway,
might,
as I mentioned, there are the double doors that leave this area into the upper portion of the keep.
okay. We shall travel the road less traveled by, certainly for a long time.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to puzzle out what that strange device could be.
No, but you know something? When we leave, we could take it with us and
Well,
It's the size of a wagon.
yeah, it's the size of a wagon and it's inside of a building on a second story with metal wheels. It's not going to be easy to move, but
huh.
Oh well, I guess we'll come back.
all right. Let's see. What else would he do?
Could
There would be two um, wooden crates in this place in this room as well, and they do have padlocks, 2 padlocks on each one of them.
I'm gonna try to open one of them with my thieving techniques.
Go for it. Tool use modifier applies, of course. Of course, every time I say Xavier and tool use, this mental picture flies into my mind of a basalt monolith and a group of them holding bones and smashing. I hear this ba 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 music every time I see it. Think of Xavier and tool use.
Okay, so
Okay. I just want to make sure
Right.
you guys heard me when I said I'll be right back.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're
Okay,
good.
cool. I'm still gonna. One more thing to do.
Okay.
Trying to remember, it would be sleight of hand, right?
It's
Oh,
sleight of
that's
hand.
right.
Sleight of hand with tool use, so you get the +2 for the tool.
I think you get more than that.
No,
You
well,
get
it's a
the
base.
advantage.
Yeah. I think. Well, actually, it's a tool use is a skill, right? So
It's not.
it's not listed. Except I can't remember how that damn thing works. I've always hated the way they did it in fifth.
5e is confusing as hell.
It's not.
So that would be 11 because I actually don't have sleight of hand for some reason. That's right.
Hold on. Hold on.
You're a rogue without sleight of hand?
No, he's a forger instead. He makes things.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. Proficiency with tool allows you to add your proficiency bonus to any ability check you make using that tool. Tool use is not tied to a single ability, since proficiency with the tool represents broader knowledge of its use. Dexterity to use a woodcarver's, strength to use a...
Right. So rogue would be dex.
Yeah, so it's a...
So your dex mod plus proficiency would apply Xavier.
Okay, let me. That would be. That would be a 10.
Yep, it's a nice solid no on the unlock.
This is frustrating. I can't get this one open. I'm gonna try the other lock on the other crate.
Okay.
Somehow even worse. I need another dice.
He needs another dice.
So yeah, I am failing as a rogue at the moment.
So what are you adding to your roll?
My dex book is +2, and then my +3 proficiency bonus for thieves.
So that's
Plus
a
+5? And you're still getting that crappy of a roll? Good God, man, what are you doing?
I've rolled a 5 and a 2. I've rolled really bad.
That's why I said he wants
good,
another die.
good thing the locks aren't running away.
They'd be going and getting their reinforcements now if they were.
Yeah, he might get out his sun sword.
Yeah, just
Speaking of which, you guys should have to roll like a d4 to regain some of those charges.
no, it's automatic. Solar, they give back 1 charge per day. Period.
Oh, okay. Just make sure you mark that down, guys.
Yeah, remember
well, my sword's at +4 because I've used it twice and
Yep.
it's only been a game.
Yep, exactly.
Hey, I have light on my whatever it is I'm carrying, the glaive.
Yes, but
No, you have brilliance.
you have brilliance.
I have brilliant.
Can I actually use the sunblade not with the beam, but to just
You want to pry on? You want to pry on a lock with a sword?
No.
no?
Just give it
Good.
another go. Don't
yeah,
give up.
You can actually. Okay, this is a situation where I'm going to impose one of the old. Second edition was the second edition. I think they started this. The take 10. If you take 10 minutes, you get to add +10 on the die roll because you're sitting there studying the lock before you try to open it, figuring out how it works first.
So I'm gonna do that. So that would be a 26.
Yeah. So yeah, you're able to. But just by being patient and messing with your toolkit, you're able to eventually get it unlocked. And now that you understand how that one works, just roll for the next one. You don't get the full +10, but go ahead and make another roll.
15 on dice. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would be
So
a
yeah,
20.
so even with half that modifier, yeah, sure, no problem. You get them both open.
Why was that so difficult?
Well, when you open it, you see there are an array of crystalline rods, all at about 10 inches of length, all separated from each other with what looks to be a lead interior lining and representing the 6 colors of the rainbow.
Okay, I'm gonna try to. How heavy are these crates?
Oh, the crate by itself, it'd take 2 of you to lift. It's over 100 pounds. And they're cumbersome because they're made out of wood, so they're big bulky boxes. So it's hard for one person to carry.
So say that again. What's in these? There's 6 rods,
Yes.
each one of a different.
Each one of a different color and 10 inches in length.
Are they prisms?
No, they're cylinders.
And they have
Is it?
something to do with the cylinder that's in the thing.
Well,
Yeah.
the space in the side of it approximate the same size as these rods.
Apparently, you can put rods out of different colors.
Well, there's gonna take a orange one
Okay.
because that'll do less damage.
You think?
Pretty sure. Orange doesn't tend to want to destroy much.
Okay. So you slide the orange one into position. It
Aye.
when you do, the device makes a thrumming sound, and the bottom portion, maybe less than half an inch of the entire 10 inches of length, glows.
Hey Xavier, go look in that hatch. What's going on the inside?
No, that's where he put it. Was in the hatch.
Oh, what's happening with the crystal rod on the outside?
Nothing.
Can I like tug on, pull on, twist?
Well,
Bop it?
if you pull, if you there's nothing. Yeah, nothing happens to the crystal rod on the outside, even if you shake it or twist it or whatever. It seems to be integral to the unit.
Immutable.
Yeah, integral to the unit. You don't even.
I mean, it's not like a lever or anything.
No.
Huh.
But there's now a pale glow coming from the open hatch on the side of it, of orange light.
This is gonna be more than just a simple.
Well, the only other thing to do is try all of them in there. But then it might release something we don't want released.
Well, if you're going to test another one, because so far I tested the orange one.
Xavier's gonna pull out B. I was gonna do indigo, but
There's no
Where's that?
indigo. It's red,
oh,
red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple.
The primary and secondary colors of which indigo is not one.
so he'll try the green one, I guess.
Okay. It also when you place the unit in, it also makes a weird humming sound, and again, the bottom 1/10 is all that lights up, but it lights up with a brilliant green glow.
You have to take the orange ones out to put in the green one?
Yes.
Okay, so only one rod
Mm-hmm.
can.
Used at a time.
This seems like it.
Can you
would
give
take-
us a thorough explanation of it again? Maybe there's something we're missing.
Okay. So the device fundamentally looks like if you will, a round trash barrel visually, about 4 feet around, but on a wheeled wooden base. The wheels of the base are 2 feet tall at the axle, so that they could easily roll up the 2 slots in the staircase. So this thing is meant to be dragged up onto the roof. You can see a ring on the front of the device that suggests where they drag it from, or how they drag it. On the base cylinder, there is a small hatch, which is what we've been opening and closing. The small hatch, therefore, is on the cylindrical part, not on the hemisphere. In the hemisphere, there is a slot that goes from absolutely top to within an inch of the bottom of the hemisphere.
Okay.
From that proceeds a single crystalline rod that has some kind of mechanism on the end of it suggesting that pieces could be added to the tip of it. The rod itself has no mechanical connections or attachments, but is connected somehow to the machine within that slot. So the
Mm-hmm.
slot where the crystal moves up and down could go from straight up and down to very nearly perpendicular.
And there's a hatch on it that you can look inside.
The hatch is down on the base. Yes.
And
And
if
it's
I look
opposite,
inside of it,
and it's currently opposite the facing of the uh, rod.
and if I look inside of it, is there any residue from
Inside, okay, so inside the hatch, there's no residue. It's like an internal container, about 10 inches tall, that has connecting pins, if you will, top and bottom, made out of metal. Those detect as magical.
Currently, we've slotted in the green rod
Right.
into that slot.
Both the orange and the green rod have both been tested in that space, and both of them have about a 1/10 of their original essence, if you will, still in there.
Um,
Can I do an arcane check on the rods that they put in, or have you guys already done that?
Thanks for
Oh.
so making an Arcana check on them. No, they have not been checked. So go ahead and make your Arcana check.
Oh god! Oh, okay.
Are
Sorry.
you throwing your dice away across the room again?
Yes, he's lofting his
I,
dice.
I was juggling them apparently.
Ah,
Right,
quick hands, huh?
Yeah, I know, right? So
Oh, yeah.
I got a 11 on them.
Okay, they detect as magical, but you cannot define the magics. Your roll was so bad that only your wild magic triggered. So go ahead and roll percentage dice for me.
Yes, sir. This roll is so bad. 37.
37?
37.
Okay. How many spell slots do you have? You're a sorcerer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how many spell slots do you currently have?
I am 6th level, right?
How many first? How many second?
No,
how
no,
many
no,
third?
no, no. He's a sorcerer, so they have They have spell slots, right? Because you can slot.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they have. It's per level.
Okay.
Yes. So I have, and then I have. Give me a second.
I don't think unlimited is the right answer.
No.
No, on sorry, on unlimited
Cantrips.
cantrips. Keep on trying to say catnip.
Catnips. No, I know you don't.
Unlimited catnip.
Yeah, you have unlimited
Okay.
catnips, but that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking dedicated spell slots. So how many?
I have. I'm level 5, so I get 4 level 1s, 2. Oh, sorry, 4 level 1s, 3 level 2s, and 2 level 3s.
Okay, you have somehow lost a level 3 slot.
Well,
The roll a d6 for me, since we haven't determined exactly which of the rods you were messing with at the time.
D6! 4.
Red, orange, yellow, green. Well, good thing it's green. It happens to be in the chamber, and as you're messing with it while it's still in the chamber, it now shows 1/3 is glowing green. Whatever he did just gave it 2 charges, if you will.
Oh, it
How the hell did I do that?
That's
who knows?
What did you do?
I think you're leaking, buddy.
Quite possibly.
yeah, but you actually felt the drain. You felt your energy go internally as it took away that
Yeah.
spell slot.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, he's not feeling very good.
Blair pats him on the back, and then
I throw up
maybe
inside
we
the
should
machine.
take it outside.
Nice.
And I'm gonna.
If he looks like he's gonna throw up, Valer will punt him across the room so
There you
he doesn't.
Yeah, no problem.
Puddle.
and,
Mooncat just turns him away and faces him downwind. So that
Tell us-
I will do an Arcana check on the rods myself since I haven't done that yet.
Please be something low. Name tag?
12.
12? Yeah, roll a d6.
No, I don't have spell slots, so. But 3, 4, 5.
I think you do.
You're a spellcaster, aren't you?
No, I'm a rogue. You got
I
okay.
know. We keep trying to make you an arcane trickster. That's what it comes down to. So, no worries.
Yes.
No worries. You do an arcana check, and it's definitely true that the one he was messing with um, does now detect as magic, and in particular seems to detect as some form of evocation.
Evocation?
Evocation.
Okay, so
So there's evil things
that
happening, or
thing
is
No,
that
no.
might
No.
evoke.
Evocation is a type of magic, Stephen.
okay?
To evoke is to do things like
Oh, evoke.
Evie. Okay.
No.
Oh, Eevee.
Eevee.
Oh,
Okay.
Eevee, like the Pokemon.
Okay, so Valera's gonna grab the ring and start trying to pull it along the track up towards the roof. Or wherever it goes on along the track.
okay.
Perhaps it's supposed to be outside. I hope this isn't like a toilet. It's so embarrassing when you spend all this time you find out it's just a toilet. Don't
What
ask, it's happened
toilet
before.
takes? What toilet takes magic from you?
A very magical toilet.
Started in your life.
Who?
That's portable. On wheels.
It's on wheels. If it was magic, wouldn't it like float up there by itself?
It's
Like in the
magic.
air?
We've already established that.
Yeah, but you have to roll it.
Yep.
It's a
So anyway, yeah, you're able to drag it up onto the roof. It's a little rusty. Takes some doing to adjust its positioning on the tracks because the wheels, like I said, are a little bit out of use. But you're able to creakily drag it up
holy
onto the
moly!
top.
What is that sound?
When it does, the internal the coloration of it goes from kind of an amber to a almost translucent yellow.
Well,
And
we have green in there.
no, no, no. I'm talking about the whole of the device. Remember, I said it was kind of a cracked amber coloration on the
Ah.
whole of the surface.
Hmm.
So
Maybe this will charge it.
Ugh.
okay,
Perhaps.
so
You
now
can
you got it
charge
up
me.
in you got it up in more brilliant light. So you'll get advantages on checks while messing with it now because you can actually see what you're doing.
I'm gonna try another arcana.
Arcana check on what part in particular?
The green one. Oh wait, we already did that one. What colors are there?
There's
Well,
one rod in the slot that
right,
is green.
right. Right now
Oh,
there's
okay.
just
That
one
is
rod.
that we placed it there. There's a crystal rod coming out that needs something put on the end of it. Is there anything else in any of the other
There's a
chests?
second chest that hasn't been opened yet.
I thought he
Yeah.
got both open.
No, there were
Yeah,
two locks on each one of them.
Ah.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
That's why I gave you an advantage on the second check, remember? Because you figured out how one of them worked on that pair, so that pair should be easier to work.
Then I'm gonna try and open the second chest. Whoa.
Okay, so it doesn't open on the 12. You can also do the take 10 on that. So for another 10 minutes, you can.
Work on it.
And that would be a 23 with the take 10.
Yep, so
Oh, nice.
you're able to pop the second pair and get +5 on the second roll for the second lock. Since you know how it
Yeah.
works.
Blair looks like he's getting impatient.
Mm-hmm.
His tail's doing that flippy thing that
15.
that cats do.
15? Yeah, you're able to get it open. In this one are rods of varying shades of black to clear. There are 5 of
Okay.
them.
And that replaces the one that's out in front.
Yes, they only have one attaching point compared to the others that had the 2.
So, take,
Take a middle one.
yeah, taking like the third one and trying to replace it.
Okay, take the middle gray and put it on the end. Okay, when you put it on the end, there is a shift in the color of the green to a deeper shade.
Interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. I
You can
wonder
put
if these rods are something to do with intensity, or
Yeah.
so this is a
Focus.
different rod. Let me make sure that I'm getting this right.
Buttons,
Maybe
buttons everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Anyone
or
see a button?
Nope.
lighter.
You look at, you go, oh yeah, there should be like a activation switch or something. There is nothing on this box. And
Press down
as
on the
described, there
dome.
you found all the moving parts on it. There's nothing on it that seems to.
I gotta use magic a bit. I
Oh,
gotta use because it drained my magic.
Tomato pops his knuckles and goes, it drained magic. I should use more.
I'm
did
not saying
anybody
I should
check
do it.
under the dome to see if the dome could lift up and there's something under there?
Be my guest.
She goes over to the dome and sees
Okay,
if it lifts up.
okay. Make a let's go with
Like I said,
wisdom check.
At advantage, because we're in light now.
That's right.
Okay, first roll is, oh, forget that one. Uh, it's a 10, but it, I don't have, I have a +2 wisdom.
Yep. She
And,
jiggles and wriggles and twists and can't figure out anything to.
What's the second one?
okay, the next one is, that's a 15 +2 is 17. She does try unscrewing it,
Well,
too.
in the wiggling and wriggling and such, she does find that there's like a point of seeming giving in it, and so she does give it like a quarter turn. It doesn't even go a full quarter turn, and there's a click, and she's able to lift the half dome off.
Oh. What have we here?
Uh, when you lift it off, there's kind of a sucking sound, and there is a gooey substance still in the hemispheric shape, though it was actually attached to the inside of this thing. But after the half twist, you're able to lift it off, and so there's this gooey plasma jelly-like material all over the upper portion and surrounding the crystalline barrel, if you will, the crystalline rod.
Yeah.
Well, I'm confused. Y'all got this one, right?
Yeah, basically she took off the outer dome and is looking at a brain, basically.
oh, cool. What did you do?
I just gave it a kind of a little twist, like this, and it went, and all of a sudden it hit something and stopped. But then when I tried to wiggle it, it lifted off.
And there's a brain in it.
Well, it's not.
I don't know what
I
this.
it's just a kind of a um, blue gray jelly like substance. You can see it puckered a bit when it was when the surface of the hemisphere was lifted away from it.
All right, I'm gonna do like I don't know. Let me
I
see.
don't know either.
I'm just gonna poke it.
Is
Poke.
it alive?
Are you alive? Poke.
How hard and with what and where do you poke it?
Uh, top left. Not really hard at all. Just a little, like maybe it leads in a dip if you're using your fingernail.
Like you would poke a child in the belly to make him laugh, or like a
Yeah, pretty
poke in
much.
the eye to hurt somebody.
Yeah, to make them laugh.
Okay, so your finger comes in contact with the material. It is the cool interior temperature. It has not yet warmed up to the outside temperature. It gives a bit like soft flesh.
Interesting.
And when
I
you pull
think
your
it's
finger back, it has the small indentation that slowly smooths. But you do notice that without the dome on it, the material is starting to sag downward into down into the cylinder.
Okay,
so
maybe
it's
put the dome back on.
He puts the dome back on.
Okay, as you put the dome back on, you'll hear a weird sucking sound as it comes into contact with the interior of the dome lid.
Oh,
it's sucking out the
there's
air.
that same sound again.
Maybe
Kind of
the
going.
Yeah.
Oh, it's sucking out the. It's sucking out. It's a vacuum inside, right?
It's
Seems.
sealing itself.
In the meta,
Yeah.
yes. In the game, it's a second sound.
Confound. So it's
In the
required.
meta, we're playing with a magical shop vac. It's my theory right now.
No, I think
It's
those
a
Magical.
colored.
cylinder on wheels with a attachment on the front.
Yep.
It's a shop vac.
It's a shop vac.
Got that.
And literally, you found one of the attachments, no hose, so it's just the attachment on the sticking out the side of the device.
Yeah.
Shop vac
Just
with
work-
the nozzle right there, just on the.
all this
No,
for a
It's a vacuum.
Yeah.
Sweet. We need vacuums. It's a magical vacuum.
What's happening with the rod? Is it filling up at all?
why would they bring it up here?
No, the upper rod didn't do anything.
No, the
Yeah.
lower rod.
Nope, it doesn't seem to be.
Well,
Can we call it a conundrum and leave it for now?
I hate doing that, but I don't know what else to do.
Are you going to leave it on the roof, or are you going to push
No,
it back
we'll
downstairs?
roll it back in.
Well, I kind of want to leave it on the roof because if it will charge the rod,
Okay.
we would take the rod. That rod seems important.
Well, so far you've only tested two of them. One yellow is still at 1. This one's at 3, basically.
Oh, that's why I was asking if there was mud rods. Oh, okay.
Yes, there's a whole box of them. There's 6 rods.
Oh, and the cylinder rods, like there's a
You
hole in
take the
them.
one out
Like
from inside the
batteries.
cylinder.
Oh, I'm gonna take one up. Not give it any energy. Is it different colors? Are
Yes,
any of
they're
them-
all different colors. I said that.
They're the
Okay.
colors of the rainbow.
So far you've used yellow and green.
We have red, orange, and left.
no,
The
we
white-
did orange and green.
Orange
Yeah,
and green.
we have red,
yeah,
yellow,
yellow.
blue, purple
That's it.
left to do.
Blue.
Let's do
All right, let's blue. Oh, sorry. You want to do blue instead? We do blue. Sorry.
That's fine.
blue,
Pushing in blue. Same thing, 1 charge.
red,
Red is completely charged. When you put it in, the entire thing is glowing red. Entire rod.
Hmm. Purple.
No, hold
1
on.
charge. Purple, 1 charge.
Put the red back in.
I'm red.
We're just gonna like smack the top. Do something, damn it.
Nothing happens. You slapped it.
Open sesame.
Blair's gonna take off the dome with the slurp,
Okay?
and he's gonna smack the half sphere. Do something, damn it.
There's a dragon claw imprint of his hand where he slapped it.
Do
Like
something, or
that.
you'll get another.
It might,
Okay,
it might be something that has nothing to do with a living, responsive thing.
Can I turn the rod? So I'm gonna turn the rod. I'm gonna try turning the rod while it's inside.
Try turning it the other way around. Maybe we're putting it in backwards.
All right.
We
He
can
puts
only
the dome back on.
right. Put the dome back on. Swap out the. You're taking the cylinder back out and reversing the cylinder.
No,
Yeah.
the rod, the
Yeah,
red rod.
the
maybe,
red rod. Yep.
Maybe we have the positive on the
Right.
positive.
You
and,
push it
know.
back in. Same exact thing.
Well, pu-
Apparently, doesn't make any difference which way it's pointed.
I smacked the rod.
Okay.
Work, damn you!
How about we leave it to charge, like you want to, Valera, and we go on.
Valera says the draconic word for
On.
you stuck.
and Xavier starts to chuckle, knowing exactly what.
He says fire, damn it, in draconic.
Yep.
Zoom.
Zoom.
Activate.
Charge. Yep.
Chonkos.
Don't
Jiminy Christmas.
Uh,
Rumpelstiltskin.
Mooncat starts walking
Blaze.
away from
That's a
them.
magic word. You know that? Please.
Okay, where's the pun, guys? Where's the pun? This is an artillery piece. So,
The pun is
It's a pun gun.
language.
Maybe we
that's the
don't.
only clue I have left is that it's John. It has to be a pun. Whenever we have something this hard, it's because we're not seeing the pun.
Yeah, a pun gun.
Oh, is this the shark vacuum? No, it would have a shark logo or something. Let's see. Let's see. So there's.
Mooncat says, I am going off exploring the castle
I'm
and
gonna
looking
grab.
for loot.
I'm gonna pick
Anybody
up one of the
want
other
to
cylinders.
join me?
We
I'll
got it.
join
We
you.
got it. We got it. We hear you. I'm gonna pick up one of the cylinders and grab it and smack it to the other cylinder. Maybe.
No, 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 no.
You start to lift him up like you're going to smack him together, and Valera's going, no, 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 no.
Blair will take the red one out and put one of the empty ones back in. Purple.
Okay.
See if it'll charge while we're gone, and then I will come back to it in a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe it's just a recharging station. That's all it does.
Maybe it's a charging station. It's gonna blow something up, I'm sure of it.
Well, then at least we'll blow something up. Let's go.
Well, then I
All right.
want to be far away from it.
So you're back down to the double doors.
Blair's angry, so he kicks the double doors in.
And he hurts his foot.
Now, the wood's pretty old and decrepit. It takes a couple of kicks, actually, to knock it completely down, but...
I want to do a strength check to do it in one.
Okay.
I want it to be
A big dragon.
I don't know.
Want to be impressive right now. I've got to feel impressive.
Yeah,
It's a big
yeah,
boy.
yeah.
You've been foiled by an
21.
amoeba in a unknown container.
That's funny. I was kinda hoping it was
If I wanted to
one.
be, if I wanted to be crass, his foot would go through it and the door would still be there. But no, he knocks the door down.
Poof.
Okay, door's down. The passageway goes to the left and the right, and the door at the end of the hallway to the left is open, and there are coins and jewels and gemstones pouring out of it.
What the hell?
What's in the other
Oh.
door?
The other door is still closed, but the one at the far end of the hallway, the door is broken. Looks like somebody tried to loot it or something. The door is open.
Blair's gonna ignore the treasure because it's worthless.
No, it isn't worthless.
Worthless to him because he's super rich.
I'm not.
We are technically, but
No,
Yeah.
because I was never part of that loot.
Anyway, so you can go down and look at it if you want to, Gene.
Yeah, I certainly do go down towards it.
he's greed, man. Greed.
There
No,
there are hundreds of silver. There are thousands of silver, hundreds of gold, dozens of platinum, and 45 boxes of jewels.
Is there a crown
Yeah.
anywhere? Or a dragon?
Do not appear to be any gems, or and it doesn't appear to be any
Jewelry.
wearable jewelry or
The
weapons.
gems are the valuable part. But you take
I think
up,
he meant crown as in the monetary.
Right,
Phenomenon.
I knew that, but you don't see any.
okay.
Well, we take all the monies and then we'll deal with that
Okay.
later.
45 boxes of gems, between them weigh close to 300 pounds.
We'll
Yeah.
have to split them up.
Is there a bag of holding around here?
Oh, sure. Yeah, this one just hanging over here by the corner.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You can't do that. Only the GM can do that.
She's being sarcastic.
I know. I was messing with her.
Blair has an extra bag of holding.
How
Just
do
got
you
all of our
get
extra
these
weapons in it.
Okay.
Guess he could transfer those into his haversack, and then if they really want to take the treasure.
Yeah, we don't want to leave this for anyone else.
It looks like a bag devouring though. It's covered in teeth.
Hmm.
Well, that's weird.
Hey, you should
What
put
do
your
you
hand in
mean?
there first.
I already did. I do it every time I bring your weapons out.
Really? I'm gonna put my hand. near
Okay,
it.
if you'll empty it out, we'll gather this up.
Empty it out. Why do you have to empty it? Oh
Because
wait.
45
Oh.
boxes is a lot of loot.
Uh.
Yeah.
Maybe just leave it.
I don't want to dig through gems to find a sword when I need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna
They
take
could-
all the weapons out of it and put it into his haversack.
Right.
Uh,
Let's see. So there's 150 pounds of gems.
150 pounds of
Sorry,
gem.
give me a second.
Yeah. Hey, Xavier,
Yeah.
roll a quick appraisal check. Wisdom.
It's fake
Uh,
build.
well, I know nothing. 3.
You
Oh.
suck today, Xavier. My God.
With that,
I'm going to
with
try.
that roll, he goes, "Oh, this has got to be. There's got to be 1,000,000 gold pieces worth of value here."
Let me count. I'm gonna start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's more than 4, so that's a good amount.
Yeah, his quick estimation is over 1,000,000 gold pieces in value so far.
Oh.
Over.
I'm sure that we can get it properly appraised when the time comes.
So she doesn't believe your appraisal.
Basically,
in fairness,
basically, no.
yeah,
She
I don't
has
believe
seen
mine.
quality gems. Okay,
When?
with my family.
No,
When
Family.
that's in meta pre character, so no, it may have happened, but there's no way you would be able to estimate that his number is high or low. He is the rogue. He's got skill in it. The fact that he blew the roll doesn't mean anything, but he's giving you his assessment. So
Okay.
you can't go, oh no, that's not right because you're not a rogue. You don't have that skill. You see what I'm saying? You might have seen really valuable gems, but him saying that it's worth 1,000,000, unless he challenges his own belief, you have to kind of go with what he's recommending. You see what I'm
They're
saying?
all sparkly to us.
Right. It's a lot of sparklies. A lot. 45 boxes of jewels. That's a lot of gems.
Yes. Scrooge
Okay.
McDuck motion right here, man. I gotta jump in and swim.
Okay.
I'm joking though.
We go ahead and gather it up and put it in the bag.
Okay. Now, what were
I-
you saying? Just a second. Xavier was saying something. When you rolled so badly, you said you had some reservations. Why would you have reservations on a die roll?
I mean,
Super
Well, you
bad.
Okay,
know when you don't know something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go. I have you
I think this is what it's worth, but I could be.
could be a little
Okay.
high. You could be a little high.
Yeah,
Could be mistaken.
Could be a little low.
Yeah.
Who knows?
all he
Okay.
says is, I could be a little off.
We can take it to 2 different appraisers after we find recommendations for a good one.
Or
And
we
see
could
what
eat
the-
it.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
The dragon goes. We could just eat those.
No.
I mean,
Can
it's
eat. Is it edible? Did you get nutrients from this?
He'd waste
no.
a lot of good value if he did.
there's.
They're not getting it. It's okay. All right.
Fine,
So
dude.
there's the door at the end of the
Valera
hallway,
wants
or
to
the
go to
staircase
the-
look down.
Valera's went straight to the other door.
Okay. This door has a sign on it that says, uh, uh, in an emergency, break this door. Final efforts in place. Be careful. Danger warning. It seems a little childish, the words on the door.
And Valera throws it over his shoulder.
Okay, pulling the door basically out of its hinges because it's so old and.
Oh no, I
decrepit.
meant the sign, but
Oh,
yeah.
the sign. Okay,
That would have been funnier if it was a door.
yeah.
Sure, the door's next.
Yeah, grabs the sign. It's on the door. He accidentally lifts the door when he does it.
Oops.
Inside is 19 more boxes of. They look very valuable. The boxes themselves are finely made out of brass and bronze and shiny bits.
I'm gonna try to do an appraise check on one of
How
those.
about a magic check in this
Oh,
room?
it's dangerous.
How about
Yeah.
a arcana check? Somebody.
Where? Oh, you do it. You
I
thought of it.
wait a moment. I can't
Just get
cast.
a disadvantage. That's it. Go for it.
No, that's not how that works.
Okay.
So,
I don't cast arcane spells.
13 Arcana.
13 Arcana. Okay, there is some sort of protective magic on the place, on the room
Yeah.
itself.
It's probably gonna trip something if we touch those boxes.
So there is some sort of protection on this place. Tomato, can you dispel it? I mean, I
Dispel
could.
it? Well, all right. I'll dispel it. But all right. How high of a level is this?
Well, the protection was done by a fairly high level character, DC 20.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, all right. Let's. Are you gonna give me a? Are you gonna help me on this check? I mean,
Yeah, I.
Well, he can do Tides of Chaos, give himself advantage if he wants.
yeah. Yeah, that's not working. No.
You get two rolls. Remember, you take the best of the two. That's what advantage does.
Oh my god! I got 20.
Okay, there are protection wards placed on this room, protecting this anything in the room.
Well, that was his dispel check.
Oh, it's dispel. Okay, yep.
Yeah.
The room goes dark. The boxes are now in darkness, but the magics on the place seem to have been dissipated.
I do dancing lights.
Okay, it's lit up. 19
Yeah.
boxes.
20.
Now I'm gonna do an appraise check on one of those because you said the box itself was valuable.
Yep.
Um. 17.
Yeah, these boxes are all emblematic or iconic to a different region of Nikos. Each one of them, from an artistic standpoint, is worth more than 50 gold pieces apiece.
The boxes.
Just the boxes.
Well, that's interesting. The boxes have a heavy art value, so we may want to keep them.
They appear
Burn them.
to be emblematic of the different nation states of Nikos at some point in the past.
Is there anything in them?
We haven't opened them yet.
Are they
Oh,
locked?
they spell.
They're all ornamental treasure chest-like boxes, like keepsake boxes. So yes, they've got little hasps, but no locks.
Kicking
So,
one open.
I'm gonna.
You kick one open.
Oh, hold on. What are you meaning by chests?
They're maybe 4 inches by 6 inches by 3 inches.
Thank you. Still want to kick
round.
one, Steven?
Oh,
There you go.
all right.
Oh, armed with information. If you don't have it, ask.
Okay. I wasn't gonna like hurt myself.
Ow! We can open them.
Okay, open one of them. Each one has a single gemstone. All of the gemstones are approximately the size of your fist, and have a intrinsic gold value somewhere or north of 100 each.
That's nice. I'm calling you Marfa.
Of 100 what?
100 gold pieces each.
Well, that's not very much.
So
Still,
that's-
still 1,900 gold pieces. I'm sorry. Yeah,
that's
1,900
still
gold,
in-
1,900 gold pieces each. And I mean, total plus the boxes that are worth, again, half that much. So
I can make something out
They're
of it.
about 2,000.
Yeah, gem cutter. Yeah, that's nice.
Then
like-
it's a coin each.
So in total, it's about 2,900.
Maybe put some
Yeah.
gems together and make a
Gemstone.
dagger. Yeah, that'd be cool.
And the gemstones. It's
A
about
ruby dagger. Is that been made? Is that something special in Michaels?
Well, if you can't make it out of ruby, but you can put rubies on the pommel.
That's what he's talking
Well,
about. That's what he's
Okay.
asking
no,
about.
No, he's not.
No,
I was actually talking about like cutting it into a dagger.
they're only the size of your fist.
Ah,
Be a penknife at best.
Operation Knife.
It would be extremely fragile. Wouldn't hold a chip. It would chip.
And would break
And,
on any kind of impact.
More than likely, on the faults of the crystal, it wouldn't even handle being shaped into that.
Okay. I just having fun.
Valera sighs and goes down the steps.
Okay, you go down the broad staircase. It splits and becomes two staircases, one to the left, one to the right, turning back on itself. So it's like a landing with two staircases leading downward from it. The one to the left is lit by basically the afternoon's half light coming through a window someplace. The other side is dark.
He goes through the dark side.
Okay, as you go down to the staircase to the bottom, there is a looks like a vault entrance, a large door with a turnstile in the center of it to open it. Beyond it, you can see the windlass for opening the portcullis. And the reason why the light is not very bright in this room is that the internal shutters have been closed, as if somebody was protecting this room from the light.
Valera's gonna try to open up the large vault door.
Shrink check.
You okay, John?
With
Yep.
my bag strength. Oof.
One.
Oof. 15. Wait, no, I get advantage on strength checks. Never mind, it's 15.
How about we
You
do
strain.
it together?
You strain and no, you strain and it starts to give a little, but it doesn't completely get turned. Valara
You
comes
need
in,
help?
comes and offers
Well-
to help. That'll give you.
Well, no, a mooncat does.
I'm sorry, Mooncat. Yeah, if
I don't
Valara
know.
showed up, that would be weird. Okay, so Mooncat comes over and offers to check again. What is your strength modifier, Gene?
+2.
Okay, that's enough. Between as he's pushing, you just add some extra push to it, and it'll spin open.
Okay.
As you pull the vault door open, you see weapons racks, jewelry racks, a couple of glass containers with some flasks and vials, and a scroll rack, and of particular notice, a staff on a platform encased in a glass box.
Gonna whistle for the guys to come down.
Yep.
Hey, ignore the chump change.
Come down and bring in the lights.
No, don't bring your lights.
Don't bring my lights. All right. I turn off the lights.
Okay.
And I'm bounding down like full on, all despite everything, all fours, and screaming like excitedly and primal as I come down.
Settle down.
Make it, little
Settle
girl.
down there, monkey man.
Exactly.
The little girl.
I-
Where did this little girl come from? Oh, never mind.
Wipe your face, you're drooling.
I'm
Okay.
taking the
Scrolls
staff.
aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, staff.
One
What does
other
the
thing to
staff look
notice,
like?
just inside the door is what looks to be a coat rack,
Ooh.
including a series of cylinders, hollow cylinders, strapped around the base of the coat rack at roughly a 20-degree angle to the center.
Oh.
What
Does the metal look like the metal for the vacuum? I mean the.
Nice question. No, but there are various weapons poked into the holes. So there's like a spear and a jagged-looking sword, and on the rack itself are a couple of odd-looking hats, one helmet, and a crown.
Is there any croaks? Oh, a crown?
Hold
Uh,
on, hold on, hold on.
I was an arcane check, but that's nothing.
Well, good. Go ahead then. I just didn't want
Uh,
you to grab it and put it on your head because it might be
no,
cursed.
yeah. I've done enough for that already. All right, I'm gonna do arcana check on the crown.
Okay.
I got a 12.
Yes, it detects as magic. It apparently has some form of transmutation on it.
Transmutation.
Um,
Not sure what type, but it has a transmutation on this one.
Great.
Ar-
So it'll turn you into a toad.
Probably.
most likely. Arcana kick on the curved sword.
The jagged sword, yeah. Go ahead.
That one sounds cool.
That is a 15.
That has infernal magics cast on it.
Oh my god, I can read
Okay.
Inferno.
You'll
Speaking of which,
slowly back away. Infernal blade.
Valaire's going to look around the room with divine sense. So anything hollowed, anything desecrated, celestial,
Yes.
etc., etc.
The
Everything.
coat rack in particular, the entire thing registers as uh, defiled. Uh, one of the crystal rack with the rod in it uh, reads as divine. Several of the weapons do detect as fey, and there are at least 3 or 4 items in here that also detect as undead.
Lovely. So he kind of walks around the room going, Fey, Fey,
Exactly, fey,
divine,
undead, divine,
undead,
fey,
undead.
Yep,
Really bad.
right. So
So
the thing is, I'll be able to give you bane or boon when it comes to any item based on that.
Okay,
Sweet.
Valaire would like to go check out the divine rod because it's the
Yeah.
centerpiece of the room.
Is there any traps on it? Maybe we should have the rogue check if there's any traps on the crystal.
Well, he's just
Building.
looking at it from the outside using
Oh, okay.
his perception. You're going to see that it has control magics of draconic nature.
Oh, that's like it's meant for a dragon.
Or to be used on dragons, which means it must be destroyed.
Aye, that's the one.
But it's
So Valaire,
but as I said, it's divine in nature.
Valaire wants to try to pick it up.
So
That was in
you're not
crystal.
you're not going to wait for the rogues because all we were doing at this point was just perception. Did you want to?
Right. Well, there hasn't been too much traps yet, and he only senses divine magics. So, yeah,
Yeah.
throw a little caution to the wind. This gets me excited.
Go ahead and make the wisdom check with a DC of 17.
Is it a save or a check?
It's a check.
Oh, he's gonna be fine.
Wasn't a check something that I'm willfully trying to do?
What does that have to do with anything?
Okay, so I got a nat 20.
Oh, well, nat 20's nat 20. You pick it up and realize that it is a dragon control rod.
Of any type in particular?
No.
So, controlling dragons.
Are you gonna? Do you want me to dispel it? I don't think I can do that.
I'm thinking. His knee twitches and like he has it in both hands for a second.
Right.
Mm,
Well, look, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't like
What?
this rod. I want this
Uh-huh.
rod to die.
Yeah.
However, on the other hand,
There's dragons out there that need to be taught a lesson.
don't cut me off. You don't know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Look, I'm saying here that this could give us an opportunity to talk to less friendly dragons and make them more friendly.
But can we just Oh well. All right. Never mind. It's not that party. Okay. But I thought you like talking it out in like without magic.
I do, and this could help calm them down if they're all grrr or death.
Well,
And
I
on the
mean,
other hand, control.
yeah.
are you sure
On
it's
the other hand,
just
dragon.
calm down?
And what's to say that they won't go back to, as you eloquently put it, grr, death once the effect of the rod wears off.
Well,
I'm
we can then
sure they
kill it,
would.
right?
But at that point, we may have a deal.
Hmm.
Or it'll be dead.
No,
Yes.
no.
So we're gonna put this inside the our inventory? Question mark. Should we really have this though, for us? You're a dragon. Someone steals it. They mistakenly tell you to stop doing something. They found out they
Mhm.
can control you, and then they have you kill countless people, and you're not at fault. But, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
Just a
let's keep it.
second. Just a second. Carry on, do your thing, go find your trinkets.
All right, I'm gonna go check out this. Check out the funny looking hat.
The two odd hats.
Yeah. Hey, Villaire, what is this? Good, bad.
Depends on who uses it.
Nope. When he's talking about the ones that are on the hat rack, they all
The
detect
giant.
as bad.
They're all bad.
All right.
Have fun.
One of them is of fey nature, and one of them is of undead nature.
Well, I'm gonna check out the undead nature. I'm gonna arcane that baby.
Okay,
do this.
the hat with the undead. Okay.
Yeah. Wow, I suck.
What'd you roll?
I got a 10.
You got a 10? Yep. It doesn't seem to be anything really offensive.
Hey, I think this is good for you. You're joking. I don't know what it does. Can you help me here, man? I thought I knew what this was, but I'm
Unless
not
he
sure.
uses
Hey.
unless you use identify, you won't know what it is particularly.
That's true, man.
Real quick.
Uh-huh.
Xavier, here, take this.
Yeah,
And
okay,
he
I'll
fishes through the stuff in his haversack and tosses him a ring of protection +2.
Okay.
Because that's
Okay.
in our list and no one's using it, so someone ought to be using it.
Okay.
So,
Xavier has a ring of +2,
Please write it down immediately.
and he's holding the rod of dragon control.
No, I'm holding the rod
I
of
thought you
dragon.
just said you handed it to him.
No, the
No.
ring.
Oh, I got the impression you had to go fishing for the ring in your pocket, so you had him hold the rod of control.
No, Lord's not
That's-
gonna let anyone touch this rod.
That's why I thought it was so
Rod.
funny the way you said is here, hold this, and then you said you went and went fishing in your pocket. So I had mentally that you did that in that order.
It's his special rod.
Kooky.
Okay, so Xavier has a ring +2 protection.
So that makes my AC 17 now?
Nope. Ring of protection is a modifier to saving throws.
No, it is +2 to his AC.
Oh, is it that
Flat
too?
It's that's all it does is a flat +2 to his AC.
Okay.
Oh, we could have took the extra bonus.
No, that's fine.
No.
No.
I'm joking. I say I'm
So,
joking, but I wasn't joking.
I'm gonna. Brian, well,
What?
What?
no, never mind. I don't have a. So,
What? I think your mic is far away from you.
His mic's falling off. It's fine.
yeah. I was gonna try and kick out the Fey hat, but I don't have identified, so I wouldn't be able to tell exactly what it did.
Do
I think I do.
You could perform a ritual on the hat if you wanted to take 10 minutes to do it.
Alright.
we could do that. I forgot about that.
Only if you have identify, Stephen. I know that you have identify in your spell book, in your spell list.
My spell list?
I don't think you've ever used identify, so I don't think it's in your list of spells.
Oh, okay.
Remember,
Yeah,
sorcerer has a
maybe.
smaller spell list, but can do weird things with them. But
Uh,
I don't think you had
I thought they
identified.
could like pull from all of it, but they have like a.
No.
No, that's not how it works. You have a spell list, and then every level you can go back in and revise that spell list.
Mm, okay. Excellent. Excellent.
So if you, oh yeah, so yeah, nobody here can do that. Can do identify anyway.
I'm checking through my rituals real quick. I know I have some.
Because Xavier doesn't have rituals because he's not a spellcaster. We got to remember that he's a war. He's a rogue.
It likes reading books.
It's funny because you guys have been trying to make me an arcane trickster from the beginning, and I constantly am like,
Avoid it.
Yeah,
I get it.
but you gotta say that you have a very fascination. Like Xavier always goes and looks at magical books.
Magical books and scrolls and stuff.
Yeah. So it's an assumption that you are.
I think he limits himself. I think he wants to be a spellcaster, but he's like, no, I can't do it. I'm not good enough.
I mean, I
My,
would
my
if
father was like, oh, sorry, go first.
I would if I could take two archetypes, but definitely no, and I'm not going to multi-class.
I think it's just because his father would be disappointed in him.
Unless, okay, John,
Yeah.
because of my penchant for reading books and dealing with magical stuff,
For
could
10
I
years already.
justify that as a reason to take magic initiative as a feat? Because that's the only way I can think of
Why not?
doing.
Why not? You've been peddling with books forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not have identify. I do have detect as a ritual.
You just have to put it on, I guess?
Unless there's another feat that could get me, because I really don't want a multi-class, but I think magic initiative.
Magic Initiate allows you to do a bunch of rituals. Any spell that you learn
Can be
or
done.
find the book to, you can do as a ritual.
If the spell can be a ritual.
And I think it lets you choose 2 cantrips from a single spell list.
Yeah. But I'll probably take that. Wait. I have to wait till 8th level.
8th level. He's saying that you earned the feat.
Yeah, just tell you have it.
You've already been doing it, so why not just call it?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay. Remember, I sometimes hand wave things like that because it makes more sense from a rule of cool standpoint. Of course, you've already been doing it.
Yeah, you spent your 10 weeks. And
I
then
think
some.
10 years, honestly.
Oh, you get 1 first level spell as well.
Shield.
From one
Identify.
Or
There
armor.
you go.
Armor.
Okay, so
Why
what?
would you want armor?
He has armor. He has a ring.
No, okay, but armor, wherever he is, he could have armor and
But that's his
Yeah,
only
but he
spell.
has the ring.
If it's one spell and he's a wizard initiate, it makes more sense for it to be identify or something like that.
oh, okay.
Because then he can actually find the stuff that's good from a stack because he doesn't really care about it. He's only looking for the cool bits.
The ritual one is actually ritual caster. So this one, magic initiate. You learn 2
Ow.
cantrips of your choice from that class's spell list. You choose any caster class: bard, cleric, druid, sorcerer, warlock, or wizard. And in addition, you get 1 first level spell. So 2 cantrips and 1 first level spell. If you want, I think it's called ritual caster.
Gotta catch them all.
Well, I was looking for more.
Like,
So.
Access to spells.
So ritual book lets you to have a book in which you can write down rituals. You acquire a ritual book holding 2 first level spells with the ritual tag, which must be on the list of your chosen class that you choose when you get that ritual book. Your casting ability for these rituals are the same as the chosen class, so charisma for bard and sorcerer, blah 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 blah. If you come across a spell written in written form, such as a magic scroll or wizard spellbook, you might be able to add it to your ritual book.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take ritual caster instead of magic initiate.
Sure.
Q.
So that's the more copying down spells from a book and able to cast them as a ritual.
Yeah.
Makes
That's
perfect
cool.
sense for what he's doing, character-wise.
Yep.
Mhm.
Nope. Let's try this on.
Maybe if you practice enough, you'll get the magic in this shit. But yeah, ritual. Ritual
Should-
caster's the
I
big.
will teach you what I can of my magics. The wilds! You'll be a wild mage in no time. I mean,
That's a wee bit dangerous. Anyways,
You can't be a wild mage. I mean, you're a wild sorcerer.
That is wild mage. Wild mage Gene is exactly what it is. He's a wild mage sorcerer. He's a sorcerer who uses wild magic. That's
Okay.
the way it's worded.
anyways,
Potato, potato, tomato, tomato, and he is tomato.
Yep. Tomato.
So let's not call the whole thing off. Let's just proceed from here.
Okay.
All right, lots of
Yeah.
other items to check out, folks. You have found a major portion of the lair. What next you want to look at?
Can
The
I?
armor and weapons.
Well,
Oh,
Oh, there's
I'm gonna grab out my pocket, my little bag of tricks and stuff, magics, and I pull out a flower,
okay,
and then I'm gonna flip over the hat of the undead or something, and
okay.
drop the flower in, and see if anything happens.
Nope, nothing happens to the flower. Gene, there's weapons racks towards the back. There is a group that Valere can point out that are of fey nature, including 9 arrows and a longbow.
Oh, of course she goes towards that. She's that's her thing.
Yeah, I know.
So she heads over that way,
Mhm.
and she gathers them up one by one, and the arrows, and
Okay,
Well,
each of the arrow tips is of a different configuration, showing fine metalwork and almost a level of machining. So they're all very different from each other in appearance. Um,
okay.
on them are elven words written.
Well, then she'll read if she gets them light. Oh, light.
no.
Well, currently there's no.
Don't get it.
Currently it's dim in the room, so you won't be able to make it out, but you can tell that it's Elvish lettering.
Okay, she'll read it
Probably
later.
fill it out, maybe.
Is there something I could wrap them up in, or a quiver I could put them in?
You have a quiver.
I have a
You have to
quiver.
dump out 9 of your regular arrows to fit them.
Okay, she'll dump out 9 of her regular arrows at this time, and
Okay.
Well, we should probably check if we can even bring this out. I mean, like, to the sun, bring them out in the sun. See that? So you even get
actually,
destroyed.
no, she's gonna keep her arrows. She's gonna take these and find a way to bundle them up. Okay, something.
Or
Well,
She has to.
there is an odd shawl across one of the suits of armor. It's oddly placed over the shoulders, but it's a reddish woven cloth that is virtually see-through, but it's sequined. It's got little tiny metal sequins at each of
Oh,
the joints.
that's funny. That's fine. She can take it and wrap the arrows up.
hold on. Make sure it's not dangerous first.
And with that,
Remember where we are.
he does detect there's abyssal magic on it.
It's abyssal as hell.
Oh,
I mean,
Oh.
well, that's an oxymoron. It's abyssal as the abyss.
okay. She
did she touch it already?
No, she was
No.
reaching for it, and he's been pretty observant of you guys, making sure you're not
Well,
causing.
Valera is sitting at the raised portion underneath the podium where the
He's like sitting like a
The
king
rod-
with her rod.
Right.
where the rod was, and he looks really concerned on his face.
Yep.
And he's mostly watching everyone else doing it, but he's like twirling the rod in his hands, and in his other hand he has the a white band, and he wraps it around his forehead, and it's the Snowy's old headband of intelligence,
Nice.
and he's just wearing it and thinking of what Snowy thinks he would want to do,
Fair enough.
That's right.
trying to
Oh.
think of what to do with this rod.
she goes into her backpack and takes out a piece of clothing that she, a shirt or something to wrap
Sure.
up the arrows in the shirt.
Can we
Okay.
just send magic to her? Oh wait, we're right too far off. I have the rod of enlargement. I should be able to
Then
send.
she picks
throw
up the bow.
the-
It's
And-
meta magic enlargement, not enlarge
Right.
this spell.
Right.
yeah, I know. Well, like, oh, motherfucker, enlarge. I thought Bedemere enlargement like enhances it can enhance the distance
No,
or
in fact,
No,
it
well,
enhances
this
the
one,
effect of the spell and the effect of meta magic.
uh, this one enlarges the area of effect.
Right.
Enlarge
uh,
or whatever. If it's a volume, it enlarges volume or area.
okay.
So makes the fireball go a bigger diameter. That kind of
Yeah,
thing.
Ah, okay.
another whole increment of so it's 40 feet instead of 20-foot radius. It's a 40-foot radius.
Ah, okay. Okay. Never mind then.
No,
Look at your meta
that's fine.
magic. That's something that you should probably learn how to do because it's a big part of your class.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back to reading the book.
Yep.
All right. Xavier, what else are you looking at?
Um,
There is a scroll rack.
yeah, I do look at that, and
There are two of them that he has detected. One of them is Fey, and one of them is Celestial. The rest are non-aligned magics.
um, uh, okay. In that, I wouldn't have be able to cast Identify on the schools right now because I
Right.
just
Right.
Wait, you said there was one with Inferno?
No,
so
Oh, okay.
Well, his book does come. What level is Identify?
first.
Then you would have
So,
it.
yeah, your book does come with.
It takes 10 minutes to cast, and then it works for a period of time, and you can read anything magical in that time.
Sweet, do it.
So
You
yeah,
all
I
see them
would
all.
I would cast Identify at this point, at least on the scrolls, trying to determine
Yeah.
what they are.
Your ritual book holds 2 first level spells with a ritual tag when you get it.
Yeah, I was looking through the spells trying to figure out which ones are rituals, but I know
Identify as a ritual, detect magic. They all have a ritual tag on them. I can help you later.
yeah, but I'm gonna take Identify as one, so I'll cast that on the scroll.
Okay, so you're starting the ritual now. It takes
Yeah.
10 minutes to cast, so you'll be busy doing that for the next while. Just want to make
Yeah.
sure that you were doing something so that you didn't feel like you were being left out of this.
No, I knew
Okay,
what
so
I
the
wa-
feather, the flower didn't do anything when you put it in the hat.
Oh, okay. Oh. I look at it and I pick it up and I pick up the flower and I'm like, huh. Well, looks okay. Yeah.
If you're gonna try something dangerous, just make sure you're nearby, like within arm's reach. Just in case
Alright,
you die and I can bring you back quick enough.
that's fair. I'm gonna walk over to him. I'm putting this hat on. Smack it
I-
off me if anything happens.
I thought you might.
As
Did
he
you hear me
walks
when I
over,
smack
as
it
he
off?
walks over towards you, you see him pull on the hat, and as he pulls on the hat, he begins to look like a phantom. His face goes gaunt and white. The skin drains of all color. His eyes sink back into his head. His teeth bare as his lip line draws back over them in a snarl.
Alright, well you look creepy as all get out.
Do I still have my sanity?
You don't even know anything happened.
Oh, I feel like normal. Oh wait, what do you mean I look creepy? It's still
You
me. Look at my
You're turning into a ghoul, buddy.
happy little jig. I do like happy little jig.
Oh,
You
which
see
is really
that?
creepy. Now he's doing a dance.
Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine.
Yeah.
no, you look like something out of
horror movie.
yeah.
Or
You
movie.
look like death warmed over, warmed over.
Warmed
pick it up.
over a third time, but
I
You look
take it
like
out.
the Crypt Keeper's stepmother.
I take it. I try to take it off, or
Just a moment, I have a phone call.
okay.
Mute.
Yep.
Hooray.
Yay.
So I try to take off the hat.
Ah, he takes off the hat. Now you see his hair is falling out, and there seems to be maggots crawling across his forehead.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
All right. I'm gonna
Is
Like
your
that.
head itchy?
a little bit, but it's a little tingly.
You should scratch it.
I'm good.
As you reach up, you'll see your own hand and see that the flesh is drained from your hand as well. Your skin is wrapped around your bones like a mummified nature.
interesting. What the hell?
Ah,
What if yeah, put this one down? This was this was cool. This is a new experience. Placing it down. Maybe I'll dispel it now. Yeah, I'm gonna dispel you just in case.
you can't.
I can't dispel this.
You don't want to.
You've already cast the spell once today.
Yep.
Oh, I did. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna check out the Fey hat.
I don't think you should look at anything until you figure out what the hell's going on with yourself.
I'm dead right now.
Well, as if you're okay with that, then you probably are.
I I'm gonna hold my breath. Do I have a? You know what? I'm gonna touch my heart. Is it beating?
Well, you've put your hand against your bony chest. You can feel the ribs fairly against your hand. Um, for some reason, the contact with the cloth is somewhat abrasive, so you can actually feel the nature of the cloth rather than the actual beating of your heart.
The nature of the cloth.
Yeah, the cloth itself, it feels different. It feels almost offensive.
Offensive? Like I should be naked?
Oh, like no, just like it's like running your hand across wool.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling now. Okay. What am I wearing? Oh God. Oh, I gotta take this off. This is so gross. Ugh.
Please don't.
Eh,
I don't want to see your naked corpse.
It's fine. It's fine. Ah. You know, when I was your age, I was in all these dungeons and stuff.
All right, and so after the 10 minutes is up, I'll just do the ritual for everybody. It's kind of speed us up since we are coming up at 4 o'clock here. You got the Rod of Dragon Control. You have 2 potions of flying.
Okay.
In amongst the jewelry was a scarab of protection against insects. There's a the actual value of the treasure is going to be somewhere north of 390,000 gold pieces, with all the different rooms of gold and silver that you're going to find. There is a sword that's called Toppler, Toppler. It is a sword of giant slaying.
Okay.
There is
What's the plus on that?
+1, +4 versus giants. I'm sorry,
What?
+4 versus fire giant, +2 against all giant kind.
Fire chance? Interesting.
There's a spear of life stealing in the rack of cursed items.
Wait,
The
steals our lives or other people's?
the no, it's of the persons that you stab, but you're killing their souls, which is
Oh, it's that type of
yeah,
weapon.
yeah.
Oh, it's a lot of life stealing. Like the I have another one of those. I have the when you kill someone, you get a chance to get temporary hit points. I think.
Right, right. Where you actually feel you feeding on their essences. Their essence is being transmitted to whatever fell place that the sword is attuned to.
Tastes like dark chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Uh,
perfect.
the Eldrin hat is a hat of the Feywild, and it actually translates you into their dimension over time. You fail a save, and on a subsequent fail, you go into their dimension and cannot come back. So,
Oh,
so
it's a good idea to put it on.
as it
Why
is,
would you do that?
the one he had is called Ghoul Visage. It gives him the appearance and the negative contact modifiers of being a ghoul, and also a natural deathly aroma, so he can be
Ooh.
detected by people as undead.
Oh, so it's like a great way to like hide in the enemy's territory or something.
Well, sort of, except for if you get into the presence of a greater ghoul, you get a disadvantage on the saving throw to not be converted.
Ah, all right.
Any chance?
Is there any advantage to this one at
No,
all?
it's a cursed item.
How long is it cursed for?
Ever.
How long am I cursed for? I should say.
Until
Your
the curse
curse.
is removed.
All right,
You,
that's tomorrow.
you need to
It's
remove.
tomorrow.
You need to remove curse spell. Good luck.
I get the spell. It's all good.
There is a suit of
Oh, wait a minute. We have some. Sorry.
suit of
Sorry.
splint mail +1.
Okay.
There is in the clerical scroll rack of the spells that are not affected are cause light wounds, detect good, protection from good, putrefy food and drink.
Oh, it's horrible.
2 of the resist acid spells.
Oh, that's cool.
I do have a question. Anything in the way of a long sword?
I'm getting there, Gene. Just let me rack
Oh,
this stuff
okay.
off.
That's off the cobwebs.
There's a javelin of piercing with 5 charges remaining. There is a ring of delusion, and if you wear it, it gives you the perception that you outrank everybody.
That goes to the left.
You walk into the presence of a king, you're an emperor, that kind of thing.
Oh,
Don't I have
that
something?
could get you in serious trouble.
No, you
don't
have
I-
an actual one that makes you
Up
that.
here. Yeah.
This one makes you believe you are.
Yeah. Oh, there is one that's an actual.
Yeah, he already has that.
Oh.
There's a
Uh-oh.
of the rest of the scrolls, there is confusion, ice storm, and polymorph other. The only one of those 3 that can be used as a ritual is the polymorph other.
So I will
What did the sorry.
request that I take the point of other scroll because that could be used.
Well, writing it
as-
into your book will destroy it.
But you'll have the ritual
You'll
now,
have the
so
ritual.
Yeah.
it's definitely worth it.
There is a hammer called World Breaker.
There's 2 of them
That's funny.
in the meta.
What?
I know, Gene. I'm telling
What's
you.
the plus on hammer?
It's +1 +5 versus Earth Elementals.
Oh.
Ooh. The robe or the one that Gene was trying to touch.
I'm not there
No, it's a
Okay.
shawl.
yet. There is another ring of protection +2.
Oh, I love that.
Sure.
We're not divvying anything out yet.
I
There
know,
is
I know.
another clerical scroll, hold person.
Oh, interesting.
Another group of scrolls, glyph of warding, locate object, obscure object, and prayer. Prayer is a
Hold on,
ritual.
don't go so fast.
I know. I'm just getting to the ones that are rituals because I know those are the ones that are going to go in the book. So,
Glyph of warding,
locate object.
locate object.
You'll like this one, obscure object.
Obscure object,
Yeah,
And
that one
prayer.
does sound cool.
prayer. Yeah,
Wait.
definitely need to scroll for that one.
So the prayer and the glyph of warding are the 2 that can be rituals.
What's prayer for?
What do you think?
Where? It's a
Pray to
divine
God?
spell.
Yes.
No, that's
No.
It's good.
Yeah, it grants boons.
It's invoking goodness in an area. So it's when that you cast over a group to give them a modifier over a certain specific time or location. Next is cursed backbiter spear. It's in the rack of cursed items.
Okay, what's the plus or minus, whatever on that?
Well, it conveys as a +1 until you try to use it, and when you roll to attack, if you roll anything above a 15, you hit yourself in the back. The spear
Wow.
actually goes dimensional and stabs you in the back.
Wow. Sorry. Just wow. That sucks.
Nice, perfect thing to give an enemy.
The 9 arrows that she has are seekers. She whispers the word on the arrow, and it lets her hunt that creature with that arrow, even if she cannot see it. So if it runs away, she can fire the arrow, and the arrow will find its target.
That's terrifying.
They are only used for something that you truly want dead.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There are 12 plus 1 arrows.
Okay.
There is a metal bottle sealed. I can't give you the actual identification of the object because it requires me to say the word on the outside of the bottle. Somebody has to read it to activate it. Give you a hint. It's an iron bottle with a lead seal with a silver strip of limb around it.
Ooh.
Nope.
There are 2 jars of Kyotum's ointment.
Wait, what?
Of
Ointment.
ointment.
How do you spell Kyotum?
That's what I was saying. What to?
Keotogm. I'm not spelling it right, but that's my spelling.
It'll work.
What is the Kyo?
Keotogum's ointment.
Yeah, Kyotum's ointment is basically a curative. I made a joke out of it. It's made out of my party made a jar of this stuff using goodberry, so it's goodberry jam.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
I'm putting it as good berry jam,
Mhm.
not good berry jam.
Nice. 10 more arrows plus 2. A second potion bottle. This one says climbing on the outside of it.
Wow.
A suit
Yeah,
of
undead climber.
studded leather armor plus 1.
Okay.
In the cursed rack, down in one of the tubes is a dagger. It has 2 blades that are parallel. The head of the cross member looks like the mouth of a serpent. So the knife blades are the teeth. It's known as a dagger of venom.
Interesting. So this one, like,
But it's
bites
cursed.
it bites his enemy.
Yeah, actually, you actually put your hand into it like a punch knife, but the blades come over the top of your knuckles. So you like punch somebody with daggers of venom.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
But they're cursed.
They're
so...
cursed and it's poison.
Yeah.
Next is a potion of treasure finding.
That sounds.
Well, accidentally spills it. Oops. Too late. No, just kidding.
Exactly. It's already here. The next is that curved blade is a scimitar plus 2, minus 3 versus evil.
Okay, so it's not cursed. It just gets.
Sucks.
It's good against good guys and not good against bad guys.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, if you ever have to fight an angel, right?
Who would fight an angel?
Miri?
Yeah.
Miri would fight an angel?
Yes.
Yeah, Iris?
One in particular.
Iris?
Oh yes.
See?
Yes.
Scroll. Protection from petrification. Ritual.
Okay. Too many, a lot of rituals that I.
Yeah, you can only write one in once per day, so you have to carry these around until you actually get them written.
Yeah.
But what's important about the protection from petrification is that it is on others. You can't cast it on yourself.
No, because if you're
Yeah.
petrified, you can't read a thing.
There is a mace plus 2,
Okay.
a longsword that says quickness on the blade. It's plus 1, plus 3 versus regenerators.
Okay.
Like trolls and things.
Like controls and things,
Or me when I wear my ring.
or or Xavier when he's wearing the ring, or Bedemere when he's wearing the ring.
Or when I'm wearing my hat.
No.
I'm dead.
There's a potion of sweet water.
Sweet. Wait,
It's
what?
not special, it's just potion.
Soda water?
Sweet
Just
water, bruh. That's some
like
high
soda?
quality H2O.
High quality H2O, which is really funny because it's found in Iraq with a bowl for controlling water.
Oh, that explains so much.
Oh, that's useful.
Is it?
Drop it off in a local square not far from here.
Oh, yes. If you get to a river and the river is too high, if you can control water, you can lower the river and
Yeah,
walk
we don't know
across.
anybody that could use a device like that anywhere near here.
Yeah, we gotta destroy that. I don't know why. I feel like we're not supposed to have that.
No, I
around.
don't think she's anywhere near here right now.
There's a hand axe with 3 handles.
Someone with 3 arms?
It looks weird because the axe blade is in the middle and the handles around the outside, but you realize it is actually axes of juggling.
Oh, God. That's some skill.
Do they have a fire button?
No, but once you start the juggling process, if you make a deck save and successfully begin to juggle them, they then return after being thrown.
Whoa!
So it makes you into basically a chainsaw.
Chainsaw.
Yeah, you can aim at
You
somebody
know,
and
rapid fire
And-
every round. One's coming back, and
No.
you throw it.
No, even better than that. You can actually dump all 3 in a single round, and then thereafter throw 1 per round.
Oh.
So you throw the handles, the axe breaks into 3, back, and then comes back. And if the monster's not dead, you can keep throwing 1 axe per round thereafter, as long as you keep making the juggling check. When you fail the juggling check, the magic breaks, and you have to go pick them all up and start over.
Okay.
Interesting.
And the final chamber. There is the crown. The crown is a crown of transmutation.
Well, of
Draconic.
what? Right. I can be an undead dragon.
Say that really loud in the presence of Valere. I double dog dare you.
I didn't. I didn't, though.
Say what again? Say what again, motherfucker?
Abomination him twice. There we go. You're. I'm not a dragon, but I'm a dragon now. You do it the hard way, and I did it the easy way. I get to be a dragon now. Oh, and by the way, I'm undead. That'll go well. That'll go really well.
Yep.
Uh,
Okay.
There you go.
Lovely.
what about
I forgot. There was one other thing. The bow. Gotta go back over here.
also the shawl?
Oh yeah. Okay.
And there was no other suits of armor, just that flint mail +1.
And
the
leather.
leather +1.
Which,
Yeah.
And the
If you think about it, a sorcerer, a wizard queen is not going to keep armor around. That's not her thing.
Yeah, she's a dragon. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Just a bit.
Okay. So the bow is a bow of accuracy. It conveys a +1 even to non-magical arrows.
Wow, that is actually pretty cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah. Now it doesn't do anything at all to magical arrows. They work like normal. But if you take a regular arrow and put to the string, you give it a +1, which is important for fighting non-magical creatures that require magic to hit. Now you can use normal
Yeah.
arrows on them.
Yep.
And the
The other
shawl,
one,
and a shawl. Oh, yeah, that's a shawl of enfeeblement.
And what?
Enfeeblement. It would be the bane of a spellcaster like you. It drops your intelligence to 3. Your gullibility to charisma saves is that you always have to make disadvantage on charisma saves.
Wow, that's lame. You were
oh,
about to touch
that
that.
could be very powerful though.
Are you gonna touch it?
Oh.
Okay,
Besides
so then-
that, I don't know if it affects it because I'm not a spellcaster. I guess
No, it's
I they,
enfeeblement. It would take you down. It kills. It debilitates a spellcaster, but it would still make you very gullible to suggestion.
yeah, okay.
It's the kind of thing that an evil person puts on a woman to say, "Come home with me, baby."
Oh,
Wait,
and
It's evil.
so
It's
so it should be destroyed, right?
like I said, it's abyssal in nature.
Yeah.
so you put it on somebody and then they become stupid,
Yes.
or people.
Yeah,
All right, that
you would
sucks.
never willfully want to put it on.
Yep, you gotta destroy that too. All right, so we gotta destroy the hat, the feeblement, and the.
Even the Fey hat. They
And the
don't really.
backbiter and the life stealer. There's a lot of things that you need to get rid of.
Yeah, why don't we just put the, like, are those all in the cursed rack, or?
Yes, that was all on the cursed rack.
So what,
Wait.
can we just destroy the rack?
Well, you have to
No.
destroy the items.
The
No,
wreck is
you
not the bad. Well, is the wreck bad?
We destroy the
Yes.
items, and we do the world a favor.
We'll find a way to destroy him one way or another.
Yeah. Hey, oh, I know. Take out. Can you grab the thing?
No
The
potion of longevity.
I have a rod of absorption for curses. I do.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is
But-
so
We have to decide judiciously what's worth using it on.
me.
because it's limited.
No, not you.
We're not going to use it on you.
You brought
Like
that
a-
one on yourself. This is for important things, not
Fine.
cosmetics.
Wait a moment.
I
Having
put on my hat and.
him in this condition,
No, but a rod of absorption absorbs magic that hasn't been activated. He activated the hat by putting it on.
oh,
No, it doesn't have that. But I mean, he brought it on himself, and it's just cosmetic. He just looks like a ghoul for whatever. He can use his dispel tomorrow to dispel it.
True.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
You're right. But I was thinking
This
more
is
like
for,
to
like
destroy
big
the
stuff.
magic.
Like if we find someone that's like super cursed or like
I do. Have we found anything that might help Bedemere?
Well, I feel like we should at least destroy this thing, and I point at the.
you could try some Kiatagam ointment.
I don't know. I smell
Might
though.
make him feel better
I'm
for a
betting on my
while,
smell
but
right now.
Yes, you
I would
definitely
have sure
smell.
like to find some.
Well, we'll try it on for a week, see how it is, and if I don't like
A
I don't like
week?
the way-
Well, you're gonna have to sleep outside at camp. That's for.
It's
Dude, you're
great.
going to dispel it tomorrow.
All right. We'll spell it tomorrow.
If not, you'll be living alone somewhere. Wow.
The most powerful undead.
Well, guys,
Wizard of
we
all.
can talk more about this off stream. We are at the end of the day. It is 4 o'clock. Say thanks to all of our participants and viewers, and hope to see you again soon. Make sure you watch us on other streams at 1 o'clock, and also watch for Iteration Nation a little bit later tonight.
Or come and join us.
I'll definitely come and play and join us. Yep, talk to you soon.
Yes.
Bye.
Kitty
Come
bye.
join my
Kitty
army
bye.
of undead.
Bye bye.